Welcome back to our channel. This video is all about Amy Adams blowing everyone's mind with her new look. But before you get started, subscribe to our channel to never miss an update.
To thank you for watching this video, we're offering you an absolutely free training webinar. Have you ever wondered how to end procrastination and self-sabotage so you can unleash your full potential to live the life you deserve? #1 best-selling author and high-performance coach Peter Sage is hosting a free webinar where he'll teach you how to increase your wealth with less time and struggle, and also how to hyper-boost your growth and success so you can finally break out of any rut you find yourself in. Right now, Peter and his team are offering a free $100 gift to anyone who doesn't find his webinar as the best use of their time within the last 5 years. Now, let's get back to the video.
So without any further delay, let's get started quickly. Few actors these days match to old Hollywood movie stars, with Amy Adams living an exception in many ways. Adams is notable for her impeccable performances, her timeless beauty, and her unobtrusive attitude off the screen. Adams has been seen as a silly comedy actor since starting her career in her role in the cult classic Drop Dead Gorgeous, and is one of the most respected and serious actresses around her. After her role in her series of comedies, Adams developed into a more serious role in her turn in Junebug. She has had many successes including Enchantment, War of Charlie Wilson, Suspicion, Julie and Julia, Fighter, American Hustle, and Arrival. Almost every Hollywood director seems to be anxious to work with Adams. Nevertheless, Adams was not always the most prominent nominee for her actress career. When she was a kid, she couldn't seem to be very suitable for Hollywood. Amy Adams grew up in a large Colorado family. Looking back at Amy's early life, she didn't have a quiet, calming childhood. Adams and her family lived in Castle Rock, Colorado. After moving with her family for her father's work in the United States Army, Adams, the fourth of 7 children, shared with Stephen Colbert on his show and taught her how to stand out. She stated that she ran away from a lot of things and she was all anxious for attention. Years later, Adams' parents divorced when she was 11 years old. She then gave up Mormonism and moved with her family friends. Since her parents' divorce, Amy was in pain and cried to sleep at night, one source told. Unlike many of the famous actors, Amy Adams wasn't a show-off of her childhood. She was pretty private and timid. As she said to The Parade, she wasn't a brave kid. Everything scared her. She refused to ride her bike for fear of injury in her gymnastics, hence she gave up at that point. Unquestionably, Adams turned to the world of books. Her brother called her a dreamer. Adams commenced with Judy Blume's children's books and moved on to more dangerous material. For example, John Brenton read when she was 12 years old, like a series about addicts who found themselves doing sex work. Adams was also obsessed with ballet, and at some point she even desired to be a ballerina. But as she told Express, she soon realized that it was severe and overly disciplined. Besides talking about that, she even confessed that she was timid and less confident, so she couldn't make it as a ballerina. Amy Adams thought of becoming an actor when she saw the movie Grease and Hitchcock. Finally, Amy Adams discovered her true passion, her acting. But it wasn't until she saw Grease. As she said to The Parade, she wanted to be pretty terrible for Sundi. Curiously, one of Adams' first acting jobs was a Grease-inspired bank commercial. Adams continued to be more and more involved in her acting over time. Once Adams said she was crazy about high dramas. Moreover, as Adams told The Parade, she later saw the famous Hitchcock movie and was amazed at the performance of people like Kim Novak. Then in 1998, Adams was inspired by Cate Blanchett's performance at Elizabeth. She set some standards in the way she owns the screen, Adams said in her view. Amy Adams moved to Los Angeles at the age of 24 to pursue her acting. After burying her childhood in dark boots and musical theaters, Amy finally chose the dive and pursued her dream of representing her character. At the age of 24, she traveled to Los Angeles. It wasn't always easy at first, as Adams had few of her first roles and was in between. She calls it a painful experience. Adams panicked at auditions and meetings and almost lost the trust of the producer. She almost quit because she didn't like who she was and was also fired from 2 different shows. As Adams told The Times, one of the most traumatic trials was the musical Rent. Talking about that, she said that she was off the pitch and she didn't remember the song and was pretty sure that she didn't do it well. Adams' early career never seemed easy. Amy Adams dyed her hair red and turned her casting tight. Amy suffered from her self-esteem early in her career, but she had some notable successes. As Adams told The Independent, she now views this period to be her naughty girl stage. Of course, these roles weren't precisely right for Adams. It was in 2004 that she started to be seen as a more serious actor, and only when she happened to dye her hair for the show Dr. Vegas did the change happen. As she said in the 2016 Times talk via People are reaching and reacting to certain types of characters as blondes based on the role. She was asked for, and the moment she turned her hair red, Adams calls her dyeing hair experience a powerful tool.
To thank you for watching this video, we're offering you an absolutely free training webinar. How would you feel knowing that you could pay every bill you have right now as well as any future bills that come in? Commission Hero is a proven system that has helped over 8,000 people earn upwards of $1,000 a day or more. The best part is that there is zero experience needed to get started. In this free training, Robbie Blanchard and his team will teach you the top 3 secrets to how and why this system works, and how it can also work for you. Join the thousands of people who have found success and financial freedom using Commission Hero. Right now, the first 100 people to use the link below will get access to this free webinar. Now let's get back to the video.
Amy Adams was first nominated for an Oscar in 2005 at the age of 31 in Junebug. After her hair color change, Amy Adams performed a role in changing her career in 2005. She played the pregnant woman Ashley in Junebug. At the time, Adams believed this might be her last role. As Little White Lies pointed out, this part infused Adams with a natural aura of another world. Luckily for Adams, the movie finally brought her into the spotlight. She was nominated for an Oscar for her work on Junebug and suddenly became one of Hollywood's most popular actresses. As Adams wrote it in So It Goes, "For me, I think it started to change after Junebug. That's when she started to see the difference in the opportunity and started using it for herself." Amy recalls the moment when she was going for Oscars and stated that it was a fairy tale moment for her. Amy Adams landed her role, one after another, in what she calls the innocent stage of her career. Since then, she's played many roles for many directors and aced all her roles. As she earned more experience, she became even more confident. She started doing many expensive films and realized that she had involved as an actor and managed to let go of some of her anxieties. When Adams first shifted to LA, she was scared and self-conscious, lasting multiple auditions. But by 2013, she was much more confident. "There is something in hunger that informs you and drives you," said Amy Adams. As Adams revealed to the Los Angeles Times, the change happened during the 2013 filming of She. "I'm a tough critic of myself," she admitted. She knows when she doesn't have to be perfect. She stopped carrying the weight of criticism and has always been tired of giving for a lot of reasons. Becoming a mother changed Amy Adams' approach to acting and work. Amy Adams gave birth to her daughter, Aviana Legalo, in 2010. Not surprisingly, the birth of her daughter has changed a lot about her life, both personality and professionally. She feels more natural and more open to empathy, and that helped her. She went on to explain that Aviana forced her to learn to separate her work from her family. She used to have a dysfunctional relationship with her work and brought back all her anxieties and expectations. And as Adams explained to Little London, her daughter had her reasons and had to reassess her approach to her work. She wanted to play a character that influenced the kind of project she chooses and that makes her happy. She started changing her perspective. Becoming a mother means what her job would be important to her when Adams was home. It seems to mean that she had to think more about what influenced her. It's probably a healthy change in her life. Amy Adams got married in 2015. Amy Adams first met Darren Legalo in her theater class in 2001. Adams ultimately became a star, but Legalo himself is a little-known actor with some parts in his name. She later became an artist. Amy and Legaro did not get married until 2015. As Adams told E! in 2008, they weren't in a hurry. "Let's just say that Darren was not ready and she was not in a hurry. That was their philosophy," she revealed. Legaro's sister happened to convince the couple to marry. As Adams, when they got married after being together for a long time before tying the knot. Nothing changed for the couple. Amy Adams planned to interrupt her performance, but couldn't refuse her arrival. A few years after her daughter's birth, Adams starred in the 2016 Denis Villeneuve movie, Arrival. She was initially doubtful to accept that part, as she explained to female.com.au. "It was a time when she wanted to take a break and be a mom for a while because she didn't know what to do next," she recalls. But when she read the script, she got hooked and was attracted to it. Arrival has become one of Adams' greatest successes to date. Amy Adams played her first real television role at Sharp Objects in 2018, her darkest role. Amy Adams is best known for her work in film, except for some television roles in her early career. But this changed when she starred in the HBO miniseries Sharp Objects about the criminal reporter she had problems with in 2018. Her role represented yet another transition for the actress. In Sharp Objects, she firmly positioned herself as a person who could engage in a truly dark and puzzling role. For Adams, this role was the crown of her moody and reflective stage. She stated that she doesn't have the same depth of darkness and inner anger, but is there such a sadness that makes her unfriendly to herself, and she feels she has that. Amy Adams has been developing specific acting techniques for many years. One of Amy Adams' well-known is her particular approach to each of the roles she plays. As she explained it to So It Goes, she started learning about her acting on the set of her first movie, Drop Dead Gorgeous. She was sitting behind the sound cart. They were very generous. They gave her headphones so she could hear the director she shared. Since then, Adams has developed her approach for acting. Amy Adams is ready to try new, darker roles and prioritize feminism in her work. After exploring her sad, dark side with sharp objects, Amy Adams seems ready to resume experimenting with darkness in her work. As she told The Independent, she is her ingenue and her days are far behind her. It was this bold attitude that led to some of Adams' most interesting projects. She set up her own production company called Bond Group Entertainment. This prioritizes the story of women, as she told the Sydney Morning Herald. It's important to her because she has a daughter. She does want to see her voice quiet to see how strong and candid she is at that moment, she said. What represents a woman's experience and her perspective, Adams said. She is truly an exception. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit like and subscribe to our channel. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section.